let's talk about something weird our minds do. You could be having a perfectly fine day, everything's going great, and then out of nowhere, your brain just starts inventing problems. Well, today, we're going to dig into why we have this, honestly, pretty frustrating habit. And I think the answer is going to surprise you.
You know that feeling, right? Life is calm, it's stable, things are good, but there's this little nagging voice in the back of your head, this itch that you should be worrying about something.
It's something almost all of us experience. The project at work is going smoothly, your family's doing well, and that's when your brain decides it's the perfect moment to obsess over that awkward thing you said, 3 years ago? It feels totally random, but as we're about to see, there's a very, very old reason for it.
And that reason is what we can call your survival brain. Just think of it like the basic operating system that's been running in the background for humans for, hundreds of thousands of years. It's the factory setting.
And this idea, it reframes everything. Your brain inventing problems isn't some kind of personal flaw. It's literally part of its original design. See, its prime directive, its number one job, has always been to keep you alive. Things like happiness or calm or peace, honestly, those are pretty recent kind of luxury add-ons to the system.
This really gets to the heart of the whole conflict, doesn't it? Your brain is this incredible threat detection machine. It's built to scan the horizon, look for trouble, and plan for the absolute worst-case scenario. It was never, ever designed to just kick back and enjoy a moment of peace. That was never in the job description.
Okay, so we get the why. It's all about survival. But let's get into the how. And this brings us to what we might call the chaos engine, which is basically the process your brain fires up to create worry when there's actually none to be found.
Now this sounds completely backward, I know, but it's true. To your ancient survival brain, a lack of obvious danger is, suspicious. A calm, peaceful environment doesn't register as safe. Oh no, it registers as, wait a minute, I must be missing something. That quiet feels unnatural, and it actually triggers a kind of low-level panic.
So the internal monologue going on in your head is something kind of like this. Wait, no danger? That's impossible. Things can't be this good. I must have missed a threat somewhere. You know what? If I can't find one, I'll just create one to stay on my toes. Wild, right?
So what does this self-created danger actually look like in our day-to-day lives? Well, it's that vague anxiety about the future. It's that sudden jolt of worry about money, even when things are totally stable. It's replaying old mistakes over and over again. Your brain becomes a little factory for making up imaginary scenarios just so it has a problem to solve.
And here is the absolute key insight. Your brain is a problem-solving machine. That's what it does. It craves a puzzle, a threat, something to overcome. And without a real one, it gets bored. It starts to feel like if there isn't a little chaos going on, it's not actually doing its job.
So, all of this leads us right to the heart of the matter. It's a fundamental misunderstanding happening inside our own heads. It's this core confusion between real, actual danger and simple silence.
So what is it? What's the one big mix-up that's causing all of this completely unnecessary anxiety we feel?
Here it is. This is the central dilemma. The survival brain is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, at spotting danger, a threat that needs you to do something right now. But it is terrible, just awful, at understanding silence, the simple, peaceful absence of any threat at all.
To your brain, the quiet of a peaceful afternoon can feel eerily similar to the quiet right before a predator attacks. It just hasn't evolved the software update to tell the difference between I am safe and I am about to be ambushed. All it knows is that quiet can be dangerous, so it treats all quiet with suspicion.
So, where does all this leave us? Well, it leaves us with a new, and I think a much more compassionate, way of looking at ourselves. It all starts with understanding one simple but really profound truth.
This is the single most important thing to take away from all of this. There is nothing wrong with you. You're not uniquely anxious. You are not failing at being happy. You are not broken.
What you're feeling is a feature, not a bug. It's an ancient operating system trying to run in a world it was never built for. And when you really get that, you can stop fighting your brain and maybe start working with it, with a little more kindness for its very old, very outdated programming.
And that leaves us with a final, really powerful question to think about. Now that you know your brain mixes up silence and danger, can you start to teach it the difference? What could you do? What could you create if you started to see silence not as a threat you have to survive, but as an open space when you could fill with curiosity or creativity
or maybe even just a little bit of rest.